What do you want?
Let's go Blue Jays! A friend of mine that I hadn't heard from in a very long time calls me last week, and he tells me that he's having some trouble with his daughter as she's now reached the age where she's asking him embarrassing questions about sex. Like just this morning she asked him, "Is that the best you can do?" So I was out and about on Halloween Eve, and I walked into a coffee shop, and I see the barista woman behind the counter with a bunch of sponges pinned onto her entire uniform. I say to her, "I'm assuming you're wearing a costume, but I just can't figure out what you're supposed to be." And the barista responded proudly, "I'm self-absorbed." When my son was 5, he asked me, "Dad, what does coffee taste like?" And I replied, "Unfortunately, son, usually not as good as it smells." Son, "Oh, like shampoo?"
What you talking about, Willis?
I recently made a brand new playlist for when I go hiking. It has music from the Cranberries, Maroon 5, and even Eminem. I call it my trail mix.
If you smell!
I'm not racist. I love all races, except marathons. I remember a few years ago, I was so depressed that I was seriously considering jumping out of a window on the 15th floor of my workplace. I was standing at the window, and upon hearing about all of this, some very concerned people in the office sent a priest up to come talk to me. When he gets there, he says, "On your mark."
What you talking about, Willis?
Scammer calling. Ring, ring. Me. "Thanks for calling Tony's Taco and Funeral Parlor, where yesterday's grief is today's beef." "Doctor, your recovery was a miracle. Christian patient. Thank God. Now I don't have to pay you." "Hello, Paulin, my old friend. You've come to clog my head again. I don't know about you, but I never wear a Halloween costume, 'cause I'm in character all year long." What plant likes Halloween the most? Bamboo. My friend David had his ID stolen. Now we just call him Dave. 3 boys are in the schoolyard bragging about all their fathers. The first boy says, "My dad writes a few words. He calls it a poem and they give him $100. The second boy says, "That's nothing. My dad writes a few words. He calls it a song and they give him $200. The third boy says, "I got you both beat. My dad writes a few words, calls it a sermon, and then it takes 15 people to collect all the money." Let's go Blue Jays! How do you save a sheep from choking? You give it CPR. My mom asked me the other day, "Why do I smoke weed?" I said, "Ma, it's 'cause of the cancer." And she says, "But you don't have cancer, Tony." And I say, "See? It's working." A man tells his doctor that his wife has laryngitis. The doctor said that there was nothing he could do to cure it. The man said, "Cure it? I want to prolong it." Are you afraid of not getting what you ordered with online shopping? Try online dating.
What you talking about, Willis?
Guess who's getting some head tonight? My pillow. A doctor and his wife were sunbathing on a nude beach when a well-endowed, beautiful blonde woman in a tight-fitting bikini strolled by. The woman looked at the doctor, smiled seductively, and said in a very sexy voice, "Hi there, handsome. How are you doing?" before wiggling her ass and walking away. "Who was that?" demanded the doctor's wife. "Oh, just a woman I met professionally," replied the doctor. "Oh yeah?" snarled the wife. "And whose profession, yours or hers?" Let's go Blue Jays!